Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Eurovision Fam series of interviews. I am here today with Leonardo Amor, who is going to be competing in Melodi Grand Prix 2026 with the song Prayer. And it's so great to see you guys again. I'm happy to be conducting this interview finally. Leonardo, tell everyone how you're feeling.
I'm actually really excited and I just cannot wait to perform. It's because it's way too long to wait. It's like 6 weeks after the press conference and it's like right now it's just waiting rehearsals and then waiting again. So yeah, I'm so excited.
Awesome. Yeah, for this time right now, you've had a lot of motion in the last couple of years for all the singles that you put out, and when you competed in San Marino Song Contest last year with Calling for You. Do you feel like since then your focus has changed, or what have you been kind of able to learn after being exposed to that experience?
Well, I learned a lot as an artist and for myself as well. It's because a lot has happened because that time I was at school as well. I was writing a lot of songs every day and yeah, I got to know myself more as an artist. I know the path that I'm going, even though I like all the genres, even though the genres are really like put in front of me. Hey, because I was in a pop school, so I've been making like a lot of pop songs, like dance pop songs, two ballads and stuff like that. And yeah, a lot has changed. I think I learned so much about myself that I think I leaned more to like really putting out the real stories out there because right now AI has been taking over a lot of stuff and those feelings that you will never feel from real people, and that's where I'm going from. So yeah.
Ah, okay. Yeah, it's important to protect the arts.
Yeah. So from like if you heard the song calling for you, it's like so different from from prayer, but it has the soul over there. So yeah.
Yeah, so kind of talking more technically about prayer, it starts off with kind of just like a soft, curious melody, and then it opens up into like a well-layered symphonic ballad and seems to ask for kind of like a big dynamic stage show. It's kind of hard for me to envision exactly what yet, but I know I'll be surprised. How close would you say prayer is to you personally?
It's very, very, very close. It's like a personal story of mine that happened when I was 16 years old. And then I was back then in the Philippines, and it's really just so different to look back at it. And then it's been like, I was 27 years old last year. That took like 11 years for me to write a song that is very personal. And I just look back to my past experiences and that moment when I was rejected by a church member for me to be in a gospel choir because I am gay. And
Mm,
that church member told me to cleanse myself, to change myself because this is not me, because this is not who God, like God's plan for me, because this is wrong. Like I'm totally a wrong person just by being gay. And that's the first time I opened to someone because I was in closeted like until I was 20. So last year when I was in the studio, I told my group mates like, hey, I want to write something really personal. I want something real. And then everyone agreed. And then when we were like drafting the idea of the production and everything, and we were liking it along the way, and then until we got to a point where we wrote the whole song prayer. And also one more fun fact about it is that Alessandra Mele,
mhm. Yeah.
yeah, she
Mhm.
was at our school during that week when we wrote the song prayer.
Wow.
So she heard the idea first, and then she was like, "Oh, this is amazing! Really love it. It should be big. You should sell this. It's like everything. I have a recording of that, and, and then I'm gonna release it pretty soon." Where she was like, "This is big. This is nice," and then yeah, it's pretty special.
Kind of your introduction to that community as well, I take it,
Yeah.
in Norway. All right. Yeah, and kind of discussing a little bit and a little bit of a segue to that experience that you had in the Philippines, which kind of sounds like a familiar story to me personally. But um, it's kind of notable, I would say, to figure that there's a little bit of a Pinoy renaissance happening in the European sphere of music. Because we had JJ winning Eurovision last year with Wasted Love. And this year, there's Bella Santiago in Romania competing with the song partially in Tagalog again. Your song brings an almost cinematic ballad in the function of a prayer to that whole lineup. So, I mean, what are your thoughts on kind of what the diaspora has been up to?
I don't know. Being Filipino as well is like I grew up with like Whitney Houston. I grew up with Mariah Carey, and
Mhm,
then while singing this song, I while writing this song, I was like, I want this to be big. And then I just to channel my because of course I will always look back to where I came from the
mhm,
Philippines. I just moved here like 5 years ago or 6 years ago now, and I was like to feel like I it's the real me, the Filipino me. It has to be big,
mhm,
where I have to give it all out there vocally.
mhm.
So yeah,
And it just feels natural.
yeah, it feels natural as a Filipino to like. I just have to think like this is gonna be a big karaoke in a big stage.
Hey, that's all we could ask for.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you've had a little bit of time, kind of with this journey so far, understanding how the back end of the whole show works. Have you had the chance to socialize with the other Melody Grand Prix acts so far? What's the vibe, if you have?
Actually, we have very little time to get to know each other. It's
Mhm,
only on the press conference and also the promo shoot, and that's it. But you know what? It's been really like just very festive. Everyone is just so happy. I felt like it was not even a competition the first time we were there because you know what? The press conference, they kept it a secret to all of us
Oh, wow.
until that day. So it's like, I think it's the first time that they did it. Like, no one knew who's in
Mhm,
until the press conference day. But then I met them. I met Alexander Rybak. I was so starstruck because he's a legend,
mhm,
and I love him so much. And I was like, "What? What?" I saw him, and then I saw all the rest, and it's like, I was like, the shoulders were so up here. But then when I saw everyone, it's like just very lax, and we were just so happy.
Yeah, and it's really interesting the amount of experience levels that come in with this because Alex had won Eurovision, what was it? I would say 17 years ago. And
Yeah.
then we have some folks who were born about 17 years ago, and we're all kind of sharing the stage together. So uh, you won't even necessarily be able to say this kind of experience can be replicated in other platforms. This is a very kind of unique space to be in.
Very.
Mhm. So, when you are in rehearsal and when you are just kind of getting in the mindset to perform your song, do you feel like you focus on anything singular, or where do you put your head, I guess, before you perform?
I, you know, it's been really hard for me to focus because we had three rehearsals already, and yesterday we just had the general rehearsal,
Mhm,
and it's been very hard because at least for me, I read all the comments and I check everything even though I don't reply. I'm a human still.
mhm,
I read things and watch reviews and rankings and stuff like that. I've been in my head lately, but then you know, like the second rehearsal, it went really emotional with the creative director of Melodi Grand Prix,
mhm.
and we had a like a heart to heart talk, like a training on how to really perform this because I was so in my head. All the good and bad reviews are in my head, and then once we had the talk, I performed very emotional, just looking back to that point where when that church member told me like we need to cleanse you.
Mhm.
And I think just having that in mind while I perform is it's gonna be powerful. And I feel like I let the anger out inside me when I sing the song. So the rehearsals went well after
Mhm.
that thing. Even though also yesterday I think I can sing it only once or twice, not 5 times in a rehearsal because it's a big song.
Yeah. It's a really big song. It gets quite it gets quite heavy and busy, and it just sounds like technically it takes a lot of energy out of you when I'm just listening to the studio cut. So that's very commendable that you were able to do it 5 times in a row.
Yeah, it's like, oh no, I don't have a voice at the third time already.
Yeah.
But other than that, the rehearsal went well. I'm so happy. The first two rehearsals, I just have to channel that energy in me where I have to sing my song. This is my song. I wrote this song, and I wrote it to. It's a prayer.
Mhm.
Like I'm mad at that point, but I have to channel that on the finale.
Hmm. Yeah, and what your song brings to the lineup is something that I don't quite see replicated in any of the other songs. It has a very fixed place, I guess you could say, in the roster of entries. But thinking about the other songs, do you have any other favorites from the co-competitors?
Oh, yeah, a lot. I think I really like all of them,
Mhm.
but one thing that sticks with me was Milo.
Oh. Frankenstein.
Frankenstein. It's just crazy. And I've been writing songs like that as well.
Mhm.
And another fun fact is that I have two songs that are like made it in the Melody Grand Prix, but they have to choose one, of course. And then I have a very pop song, and I really, really want to go with that. But then they went to a big ballad one.
All
So
right.
now I have that as well.
Mhm.
So maybe in another time.
Yeah, maybe another time. That'd be really curious to see.
Yeah, so people can see as well like other side of me, because my releases have been like very dance pop,
Yeah.
and then now I'm going back to like big ballad where I also started. So I'm very happy on both.
What do you have to communicate to your fans and first-time listeners from outside of Europe and outside of the Eurovision community who are kind of looking at Norway for the first time and being exposed to your kind of music?
Yeah, I just want to say to all the people who will be listening and who are listening and who listened that at least for me, my artistry is all about my experiences, my real experiences, and this I put it in a song. I put the real feelings I felt on that at that point, and then also I learned Norway is like a very very reserved country. I mean, the people in Norwegians are very reserved, and also they do appreciate this kind of songs where it comes from the heart. And a ballad person like me, it's so hard to please a lot of people, but if you please Norway, at least for me, I'm trying who's pleasing the Norwegian people. When you please someone here, I feel like I made it already.
Mhm.
So yeah, at least for me as an artist, I show real feelings in my music and my real experiences.
Wow. It's really refreshing to see your level of gratitude among all of this because I mean, sometimes it's hard for us to look back at the journey we've had so far and realize I've come this way because of my efforts, because of my own unique experience. So thank you for enlightening all of us to that.
Thank you so much as well, and I will be releasing more because I've written
Yes.
a lot.
All right. I hope everybody is excited for Leonardo Amor's releases for after MGP and maybe after Eurovision if you do end up making it. But with that said, I had a lot of great time being able to interview you today. This has been quite a pleasure. And do you, I guess, have any questions that you would like to ask my audience?
Well, what are your favorite? If you look at my catalog on Spotify, it's not much yet, but what's your favorite?
Ooh, okay. So, folks, let us know in the comments if you have listened to the other entries before prayer of Leonardo Amors, then go ahead and let us know. And with that said, yeah, once again, this has been a great pleasure. Thank you so much for talking to us, and
Thank
best of
you
luck.
so much. Thank you so much for having me.